alongside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Dukes will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense takes the field for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
Coming out aggressively. Makes the grab on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
The Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. A long way there to pick up the first down.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Trying to power it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Wisconsin! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Dukes offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Listen to this plays. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, James Madison.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got his man on the outside. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Using his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Ogden. Hauls it in. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down.
There he goes. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the single back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, James Madison. A great catch and run for 6. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Shakes off the defender. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that point.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. He made the catch, past the marker. Past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be fourth down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Dropping back, it's Ogden. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage. A soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Oh, better look out!
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Red pass, it's complete. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes!
It's just so nice to have a signal call who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And the Badgers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
Going for 6. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Looking to throw. Touchdown, Badger! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? With the catch, it's Slater. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Ogden. Under fire. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
The offense is doing their best to try at least getting a field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field.
First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll leave it with him. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
A designed run for the quarterback. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, James Madison. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with... Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their... the half. The Badgers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Grabbed behind the line, it's Allen. And just a short, safe pass away, they pick up a few. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Badgers have their offense in high gear. They're going back to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Quickly complete. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a...
Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Scanning the field, it's Ogden. Get it out on the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got his man quickly. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. So first down will open up the final period. On the direct snap, it's Slater. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleed.
There he goes. Touchdown, Dukes. They've got the lead here in the 4th. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. All by himself down the middle. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area that...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Badger! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football in that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Slater. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Slater. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Slater. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Quarterback keeper. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Slater. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Ogden. Bringing the heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
On the direct snap, it's Slater. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Slater. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called. 13 seconds to go in the game. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Slater. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Dead center perfect. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call. And the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another